Howdy folks, welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. Here is a first. This is I think this is the first game in the T25 AT I've ever put up on YouTube. I've had this thing for a while and I've had some great games in it. And I will be doing a review of it sooner or later, but first I wanted to show you this game. This one is all about snatching defeat from the jaws of certain victory. I quite like the T25 AT. I came to it late. I'd actually gone all the way down the turreted American tank destroyer line as far as the T30 before I got this, and started working my way down from here to the T28 and the T95, the mighty Doom Turtle. And I do kind of like this little machine. It's definitely got the best gun of any of the Tier 7 American tank destroyers. The 90mm gun on the T25-2 is it's situational. It's probably the kindest thing I can say about it. I'm platooned up here with Circumflexes and Thunderfunk. Circumflexes in his SU 12244, Thunderfunk in his Black Prince. Now the T25 AT gets a 105mm gun, whereas the T25-2 only gets a 90mm gun. And it's not a bad gun. It's basically a tank destroyer version of the T29's gun. Useful hit there on the E25. That E25, well, just remember that E25. So there's my first kill anyway, finished off a Comet. And yeah, this 105mm gun. When you're going down the turreted American tank destroyer line, after the T25-2, you come to the T28 prototype. And this is, unless you've already gone down the non-turreted line and researched and unlocked this 105mm gun. Hi, Mr. Tiger. It's me. Yeah, unless you already have this gun unlocked on the non-turreted American tank destroyer line, you have to play the T28 prototype with a 90mm gun at first, before you unlock this 105mm, which you would already have gotten at Tier 7 if you'd gone down the non-turreted line, before you can unlock the 120mm gun on the T28 prototype. That is not a nice grind. Coming down this non-turreted American tank destroyer line, you at least get good guns on your machines. Now the one drawback of this 105mm gun is it's not very accurate. But it does have decent penetration, 198mm, and it does have a respectable amount of damage. It's just the accuracy is, let's just say, unreliable. But it's a quick machine. The armour is nothing to write home about, but you can get bounces because the front of it is quite well sloped. And shooting at flat surfaces like the front of a Tiger, no problem. Is that KV-1S firing high explosive? He just hit me and did like 30 damage. Not sure. Anyway, shoot at the targets you can see. Oh, even though you can't see them anymore. So there's not a bad position behind this rock. I can pick which side I want to shoot at and just maneuver around the rock to keep my side protected from the guys on the other side. So if I want to shoot at the guys down in the town, I just move around this side of the rock, and the guys on the hill by the farmhouse can't shoot me, and vice versa. Ooh, Circumflexes need some help. You know, it could be worse. I could be doing this with a 90mm gun. So one thing I'm definitely not complaining about, despite the unreliability of the accuracy, is the gun on the T25 AT. It could be a lot worse. I could be in the T25 too. And yet, you know, it's a strange thing about the T25 too. It is not a very good machine. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not very good either. And yet I have racked up so many 7-kill games in the T25 too. I'm never going to hit that shot. It's a waste of time even trying. There's just the bare side of that guy's turret poking out. On the other hand, I can finish this T150 off at last. Yep, there we go. And Circumflexus has died. But I am going to avenge him. There we go. It's not looking too good, is it? I mean, we're losing. Oh! KV-1S. Ah, crap. Could have used not bouncing that shot. Now I'm going to get up close, and I am going to use this dead comet as cover. And I think, yeah, he's realised backing up isn't going to do him any good. Oh, we're going to have to turn, get the gun around. Oh, he's, yeah. That wasn't bad driving from that KV-1S, I have to admit. He's using the 85mm. That was probably him firing HE with the 85mm earlier. Yeah, lousy HE performance with that gun. He drove pretty well though. You know, he did absolutely everything that he needed to do. He just got unlucky when I killed him. Now, any call sign? Any call sign? This is Bravo 20, Bravo 20. We are a ground call sign and we are in the shit. Here's the problem. I can pop up on that ridgeline and try to spot the guys down in the town. But they'll probably see me. And they still have 2 artillery. So I'm going to have to make a detour. And go for their artillery first, because I mean we're outnumbered, and there they are. And you know, artillery kills are always satisfying. So I'm quite happy to make this kind of detour. There's kill number 4. Oh, hello, Mr. Hummel. There's kill number 5. Right, okay, I'm feeling a bit safer now. Unfortunately, there's only 2 of us left. And that E25, he managed to get away. We hit him at the start, and he managed to get away. And look what he's done. He's wreaked havoc. He's basically winning this game for his team because we couldn't finish him off. Now, there we go. We just lost our artillery. Now it's just me. If I was them, I mean, you're looking at the scores, and they're going to realise I'm dangerous. But there's 3 of them, there's only 1 of me. So, if I was them, I would be going to the cap circle to draw me out. That would make sense. But, you know, often... Well, it's always safer to credit the enemy team with a higher degree of competence, intelligence and teamwork than they actually have. That way, you know, you can never be caught out. So I'm going to assume that they're going to try to cap. And if they're going to try to cap, where's the best place for me to position myself to interrupt the cap and win? Well, pop over the bridge and shoot them from the side here. And then, whoa, there's that E25. He hits me once. It's alright, I got this. Oh, you have got to be kidding. Now watch the damage that this thing does to me and the length of time it takes me to reload the next shot. And yep, they're capping. So, I can't afford to be subtle now. I've got to get back and reset this cap. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, wow, Jingles, this was a well-played game. You might not, but you might. But there's a reason why this video is called Snatching Defeat from the Jaws of Victory. How many of you can see what I'm doing wrong? I had no idea at the time, obviously. I'm thinking, I'm nearly there. Just get around this building and there's the flag. come on, I can do this, I'm going to be a hero. Where the hell are they? Can you see what I'm doing wrong? Jingles, you muppet. So, for those of you who haven't gathered what it was exactly that I did wrong yet, which probably isn't going to be many of you, but I'll just spell it out. Top tip, Jingles. Basic flag recognition, okay? Here we go. Your flag is the green one. The enemy flag is the red one. When the enemy team are capping your flag, don't go running to the red flag expecting to find them there. You idiot. So, yes, defeat. Snatched from the jaws of victory. I mean, it's debatable whether or not I could have still, carried that game. I was certainly in a good position to do it until I ran into that E25 and he took me to school. That's just how dangerous those little machines are. He got one shot into me, I returned fire, and then as luck would have it, it bounced. He got 4 more shots into me in the space of time it took me to reload that 105mm gun and finish him off, and that left me on dangerously low health. Now, if it hadn't been for that E25, I could potentially have carried the match. But you're never going to carry the match if you go to the wrong flag, Jingles. Right? Basic flag recognition. Right? You sucked. You donked out. You lost. And you deserve to lose. The enemy team actually did pretty well. We had more players who did more damage, but they had less players who did no damage. And, yeah, they got the win. And full credit to this E25 driver who played a blinder of a game. And the only reason he didn't get Top Gun was because I got 1 more kill than him, with him being the 7th kill. So, yeah, Jingles. Jingles, Jingles, Jingles. So hopefully, that game will provide a shred of hope for those of you who think, oh, I can't do anything right. Sometimes when you suck, you suck. But sometimes when you don't suck, you still suck anyway. That was blinder of a game. Threw it all away at the last minute. What a donkey. Hope you enjoyed the replay, folks. As always, take care on that battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.